I got monetized November 29, 2024, and I thought that money was going to start rolling in. Little did I know that was not the case. It's been 6 months since I've gotten monetized, and back in November, my YouTube channel is due for an update. So after 6 months of being monetized on YouTube, I'm going to be sharing exactly how much money I made per month. I'm also going to be sharing with you guys my main source of revenue from YouTube, which is not AdSense. It does make me 10 times more than how much I'm making through AdSense. So if you're curious, stay tuned and keep watching. We're going to go ahead and jump right in. But first, let me introduce myself really quick. My name is Melanie, and I love talking about online side hustles. And if you are curious about how to make money online, if you are looking to gain more financial freedom, feel free to click that subscribe button for more future content. In terms of this video, how I wanted to break it down is into 3 sections. First, I'm going to talk about how much money I've made from months 1 to 6. And the second thing that I wanted to talk about is what has been making me the most money on YouTube since getting monetized. And the third thing that I want to talk about is what you should be doing if you want to get monetized. And these are things that I wish I knew before I set the goal for myself to get monetized on YouTube. Let's jump into month number 1. So I'm currently screen recording, and as you can see, I am starting from November 29, which is the day I got monetized, and I am going to go up until December 31st. Within the first month, I've made $52.27. And that is typical. I've heard, as you're just starting to make money on YouTube. I will say that something that I didn't know was YouTube has a minimum $100 threshold, meaning you will not be able to be paid out, or you cannot transfer the money that you've made from YouTube to your bank account unless you meet that $100 requirement. So it did take me time to hit that threshold. But anyways, we're going to jump into month number 2. We're going to start from January 1st to January 31st. This is how much money I made. I made a total of $100.18. And I did get paid out in January. Yeah, this is how much I made. And there was even a day where I made like $11.92. The highest was $13.41. And I'm kind of surprised because I feel like I made the most in this month. And it's because I posted how much YouTube paid me my first month being monetized. And that video did really well, which makes sense why my revenue was a lot higher that month. So that was how much I made in January. We're going to go ahead and jump into month number 3. So for month number 3, I think I made a lot lower if I can recall. So that's February 1st to February 28th. Ooh, those numbers though. So I made a revenue of $56.27. I think why I didn't do as great in February was because that video that kind of took off. January was kind of dying down in February, and that was the only video that was kind of carrying me, like my watch hours and my views. So, once a video kind of like plateaus, then your revenue kind of plateaus, and that was the case for me. Okay, so for March, I made $48.31, and you can say that I'm making a little less. So month 4, like the highest I made was $3.61. And keep in mind, like I was posting consistently, and yet I was still not making as much money as I did in January. That's kind of what my revenue looked like throughout, I guess, the first quarter. January was like the peak, and then it just kind of starts going downhill from there. Okay, so that is March, month 4. Now we're gonna go to month number 5. I made a revenue of $69.12. So I actually am seeing this with you guys for the first time too. But it says that it was 45% more than March, which is awesome. Let's see what content did pretty well. Oh yeah, so I posted a video, I guess, that was about like how to actually make money online in 2025 and 11 side hustles you can start. And I was also starting to post more short form videos. You don't make as much, and you need a lot higher views, like a huge amount of views in order to even make a dent in terms of revenue. Yeah, and so I don't really focus too much on short form content, but I do know that it does bring traffic to your channel, and I did gain a lot more subscribers. I also have an Instagram account, so I was kind of cross posting what I was already posting on Instagram, and I just posted that to my YouTube channel. So if you want to follow follow me on Instagram, this is what my Instagram is. I will definitely be posting more in the upcoming months, so definitely keep an eye out. Hi guys, so as you can tell, I'm in a totally different new environment. It is July 1st as I'm filming this video, and this is long overdue. May has already passed, so I thought it would be most suitable to actually give you guys a rundown of how much I made in May as well as in June, because June is over as well and I have not posted in a while, TBH. I'm sorry that I have not been on top of it with just this whole 6 months being monetized. Like, it is long overdue, but let me show you guys my May and June analytics. So let's start with May. So I have my laptop right over here, and for the month of May, I've made a total of $56.43. My revenue did go down, so obviously I didn't meet that $100 threshold that I mentioned earlier, which is why I did not receive payment for May. My best content was how to actually make money online in 2025, and then it was my first month selling digital downloads on Etsy, and that one has continued to be my top performing video. That is kind of what this month has looked like, and my highest day, like high paying day, was $3.68. Let's move on to the month of June, since June is over. So this is technically my 7th month being monetized. I could choose not to put this in the video, but since June is already over, might as well. So for June, I made a total of $50.55. So this was actually very similar to May. My AdSense or my YouTube revenue has looked pretty much the same. It never really goes above 100. I have heard like quarter 2 and 3 are usually slower, and then quarter 4 is when it picks up. I have not seen that so much in my content. I mean, I haven't been monetized for a year, so it'll be interesting to maybe do like a 1-year update and see which quarter I made the most money. Anyways, so sorry about this very late update. We're gonna go ahead and get back to the video. So moving on from how much money I made through YouTube ads, I am gonna tell you guys what actually made me money. So from the last 6 months, I've earned over $2,000 from brand partnerships. And in this span of time, when I got monetized, I had 900 subscribers, yet I was still able to get brand deals. And to this day, most of my income has been through brand deals. So, you know, if we go back to March, I made a revenue of $48, which is the lowest that I made, but it was one of the best months for me in terms of brand sponsorships. I mean, I'm still a small content creator, but I hope that this gives you encouragement that maybe instead of focusing so much on getting monetized through AdSense, instead, I would highly recommend you to start focusing on securing brand deals. I wish I knew this sooner, because I was focusing so much on getting monetized, and I only made like $300 in the past 6 months. And there were some days where I was only making like $1 or less. You know, the thing is, if you're already making videos and you're spending hours and hours making them, why not secure that brand deal and get paid to create? But you might be wondering, like, where do I get these brand deals? How do I even get people to reach out to me? I created a brand deal kit that gives you everything I use, which is my exact media kit layout, pitch email templates that you can send to brand deals, pricing tips and rate card fees, the exact strategy I use to land these brand deals. And I'm also going to be exposing how much money I charge for my first few brand deals. There's no gatekeeping here. I'm sharing with you my exact strategy to land those brand deals, how to negotiate for yourself, even as a small content creator. So if you're interested, this brand deal kit is actually in my Stan store, and I'm going to leave a link down below. This is something that I spent months working on, because I truly believe in the power of brand deals for small content creators like us who spend so many hours, effort, and time being put into making and creating videos. Like, why not just get paid to make a video? You know, for me, I never thought I'd be making over $2,000 from just brand deals, but here I am sharing this video, and I've put everything that I've learned into this brand deal kit. So if you want it, I'm going to leave a link down below. If you guys have any questions about it, feel free to email me or you can comment below as well. So we're going to jump into part 3, which is what I wish I knew before getting monetized and what this whole monetization journey has looked like in the past 6 months. So the first point that I want to make is that AdSense should not be the goal. It's just the bonus. You shouldn't just put your eggs in one basket. You should spread them out and diversify your income streams. So the second thing that I've learned, and I'm still learning, is that consistency is important, but it shouldn't mean getting burnt out. And it's hard to be consistent when you are going through things in your personal life, and also YouTube is just not the biggest priority. And I'm speaking for myself, but this is something that I'm still working on, learning to be consistent and also not pushing through when I feel burnt out. The last point that I wanted to make, and it's a little motivational, but it's to own your channel and your brand. Once you just start to own what your channel content is about and who you are, the more confident you will be despite how many subscribers you have. I used to think that once I get 10,000 subscribers, I can finally share my YouTube channel with people. What kind of shifted for me is realizing that the content that I'm putting out there is actually helping people, and the mission that I stand by is what drives me to create. Once you feel confident in what you're creating and what you're sharing, knowing that it is valuable and you enjoy creating it as well, I think this mindset is what helps me land brand deals, create better videos, and attract, the right community, because I just had more clarity in terms of what I wanted to create. Own who you are and what your channel is. I'm here for you guys, and I love reading your comments, and I love knowing that there is a community here where we are all just trying to grow as a small content creator. We are all here just trying to support each other, trying to celebrate each other's wins. If you want any feedback or any tips, or you have any questions, let me know. I would love to help you guys out, so comment below. I'm gonna wrap up this video, and I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. I hope that you guys have an amazing day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!